This brother that I am about to bring up to the stage is truly amazing. His art form is complex for real. Sometimes you gotta just listen 2 times, okay? But it's because it's just written that well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving everything that you've been doing. I like seeing you all over the art scene. He's an amazing, not only is he an amazing poet, he's an amazing person, okay? So, without further ado, y'all, when we have features, there's a reason that they are features. Rebecca Dupas chose him for a reason, all right? So we want to change our regular applause to a thunderous one. We want to respect the reason why he is on this stage for the amount of time that he is, okay? So without further ado, I want us to turn up the volume, y'all. I need y'all to start making some noise for our feature tonight, y'all. Clap it up for our lunatic.
That's my brother.
I told her my mouth was a bit of a brat the way it was to come on. And she said, before we become committed, I probably should first. And that would hurt, but I really am patient with it. Grey's Anatomy. Touching all the right spots, you know, Grey's Anatomy. And honestly, I don't like to shed light on what I do in the dark, but I will say I paint vivid pictures using 50 Shades of Grey's Anatomy. Actually, I'm pretty vanilla, but there are about 31 flavors you can bask in. There's no Robins, because we Gucci and I'm not shiesty, but that was random. And so is sharing my business that I take care of big cats better than Carol Baskin, and it's moonlighting how I'm happy to be blue. Braille lettering, how your body language would be red, and if you're feeling that, you could always yellow. And she said, okay, battle rap ass nigga. You the gun bar king? And I'm like, I be barking, but I'm more like the punchline king. Definitely won't be no gun bars if it'll rub you the wrong way. I'm saying she should humor me. I'll have her tickled pink, but I think that I should chill on the color scheme before I do too much. Definitely don't want to do too much, right? Try to fit in turquoise and sound fucking stupid, and that's crazy. That's crazy, because if I did try to fit in turquoise, that would just sound fucking stupid, and I got a good head on my shoulders. Word to Chet's poem, I ain't gonna say their names, but shout out to the ladies who can say the same or can't say the same because they're preoccupied performing a job well done. Can't say the same because they're taking it all in. Back to the uvula. Call that ringing the bell. That's the punch. Speaking of well done, what's at stake is I'm her muse, a provider, presenting and preparing a canvas for her to do her artistry. Let's call it the sip and paint. Speaking of steak, keep your fangs, but all night is all right if you wanted to suck the blood rush. And speaking of blood, there's a war going on outside no man is safe from, but I'm a lunatic and in your walls, I'll go crazy. And speaking of suck, leave my soul, but feel free to help me release and relieve stress. I'll return the favor. Throw that ass and I'll return the cinder. Is it cool if I fuck you like I hate you, but then hold you like I love you with the meat falling off the bone? That's that.
Cinderism.
There's a lot going on in that first one. Right? And, you know, we got current events out of every part of that too. We got current events, How we bring Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty in an erotic poem? That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. And then tenderism makes more sense, but still, you know, and so that's just part of the reason why she asked me how I write my poetry. She can tell that I'm passionate. She's asking since it's clear that proper word usage is how I can be at her service now. Proper word usage is how I can be at her service. Now, her curiosity, does it kill cats? Sure, but the dialogue is logical, mathematical, as in the logarithmic function. My pen is elite, exponentially exceptional, one of the best. It's giving ignition of women's intuition that there's something special, yes, but when you check the stats, my poetry doesn't get a lot of views, which is cool. That just means it's less likely to go viral. Now, while I will say I fill pages with thoughts that inspire me, I truly craft masterpiece theses with a suitable muse that I'm in tune with, which I do with amusement because it's always entertaining to see the audience's audible reaction. You know, the oohs, the or the oh, whether she did or didn't see that one coming. Whole time, I'm ongoing. Ask me what that means.
What that means?
And that means I didn't give myself enough time for this drink. Whole time I'm ongoing. Ask me what that means.
What that means?
Is the live good? We still okay? All right. Whole time I'm ongoing. No, I'm just kidding. That means there's more where that came from. With a deliberate delivery, she gonna remember me observing that my piece is outstanding. And I said audible, but switch it up audible because her feedback includes body language. Some of what I affirm will have her shook, and now I'm receiving a round of applause and I ain't even finished yet. And that's because the story is gripping. Intriguing, one would say. So, in a nutshell, I share my art. She nods her head, and I'm a professional. And I'm a professional. If need be, I'm coming off the top because I'm a boss. Hard at work, employing different techniques like alliteration, euphemism, imagery, and we definitely love an extended metaphor. So when I introduce a double, and she say I ate with that, then the insatiation and infatuation is insinuated. The flow is indeed a digestible delivery. The flow is definitely a digestible delivery. Poetry is cracking. If you know, that's a callback 4D. I could have left that alone. I needed 4. All right, so some of my best work has her in mind, and mine and hers is good business with a deeper meaning because she's a piece of work and a work of art, and I have a stroke of genius, and she brings the best out of me. So collaborating with her deserves my best deliverables, which I'm shooting to provide for years to come.
Yes, sir. Super tight.
All right, so I thought my coworker was gonna be here, but still my family friend, my childhood friend is pulled up, so please give her a shout out. I don't know if she came to hear me do 2 erotic poems. My bad. But the thing that we try to remember, which the gracious post also pointed out, is that I don't just be rapping just to rhyme shit or just to have multiple entendres. I definitely try to have purpose in my, in what I do. So as far as this one, I'm here to honor an oddity.
Yeah.
But there's no way to talk to or about this young lady. I'm here to show reverence to a rarity, that love and respect. I'll give it all away like charity because she was willing to open up and let me in. So whether the context is emotionally or physically, either way it's still charity because I'll give my way I'll give myself away to your heart so you can use me. And it's heaven sent. Finally finding a girl I can settle down with and not settle with, so please don't confuse my wit with parody. Emotionally, we are equally connected. This pair is a parody, not too much on despair and disparaging in their body. Well, Destiny's Child already made a song about it, so I'm not worried about who don't think I'm ready for this, because you're the only one I plan to show I can handle those parodies. So what we got? So what we got? Two boring people digging each other enough to engage in paranormal activities, and we're so right for each other that it's easy to act supernatural. So forgive me if I stretch to make this fit, but it seems that we're close enough to coordinate, and this apparel increase and appreciate in value, and that's no fabrication and no cap. Now, just to make sure I'm not misspoken in that fashion, I'm appreciating value. Not just treating her like she's just anyone, because it takes two to make a thing go, right? All right. See, I said boring, digging, and granite. Supernatural and paranormal will make it out of sight, and I want to rock right now. But that's not your immediate expectation. You're still making sure I'm meeting your expectations. So in that investigation, please don't think I get lost in my lust lest you forget how dedicated I am to making this last. I should make a list of how, but something's missing. I said last, less, list, lost, and lust. I'm just over here reciting my vows, because one thing y'all know I do is be overly complex sometimes. Why? Okay, I think I got it. I should make a list of how sometimes. Why? Because when you write down something, you're more likely to hold on to it. And I said write down, but if it was left up to me, left and up is fitting. Because I don't always follow the straight and narrow. I'm from the South. Part of the reason why I'm a fan of curvy and thick, but since sis insists to sit her finance on this throne, I'm here to honor an oddity. Revere a rarity, praise a princess, give a queen a cue like action, which speak louder than words, but I can do both. So when I say handle a pair of these, I also meant double entendre.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to use the contra code, but I think it's possible that I can go for triple or quadruple or 30-pool. 30-pool word.
It is today.
It is today. I like that. If it is, I can make it fit 2 or 3 more times. So, taking the water sips, and, the thing about that poem is who it was for is no longer a factor and all that, but it's too fire to she can go away, but that poem.
The art's still there. The art's still here.
So even if somebody did happen to wonder, like, well, why would you still do that? Well, understand that this is a man's world. Was that convincing? Did I seem like that? I'm gonna bring it down anyway. I said this is a man's world, but it would be nothing without a. This woman, I had to practice. I should have practiced that. This woman has a soft spot in his heart, running through his mind, sending chills down his spine, and he acts like that because he's seen his person, which means a couple things to be clear. And to be clear, through his heart, in his mind, down his spine, see, he acts like that because he's seen his person, and he acts like that because he's seen his person, which means a couple of things too. And be clear, because in this poem it's going to seem one way but be different from another angle, like Tubi. Clearly, I get caught up in my thoughts, but he's not. It's just one thing that got him tripping. Now, maybe the description is aim or even a poor decision. Just know he wants that shot. And was only previously lying to himself because he let that pride rock, but he's way beyond that now. See, look, his focus is to have her eyes in his view. And of course, he would love to have her ass hovering around his world, but her drive, he's also willing to ride for. See, the GPS is real creative to get him to what he wants, and his ingenuity he's willing to do because he's been down that road before. A crash out, but not a total wreck. He's been repaired and ready to repair with a soulmate. Paired like a wireless connection, which just means no strings attached, which just means that won't be no sad story from letting the violin. Paired like be fruitful and multiply, so whether kids, wealth, both, even the kids' wealth, I'm saying dollars or diapers, both make sense. And at this point, he's ready to make it make sense. Her to be exact, her to be his wife, because it would hurt to be anything less than, because anything less than would feel like an inequality or living in iniquity. The situation's intensity is sending him to infinity and beyond, y'all. He be yawning just to make sure he doesn't let the dream shake. Hoop fans. I'm saying he wouldn't dare abuse and rocket and Bible scholars.
Wow.
You know how Elijah wandered the desert? Yeah, that's the type of spiritual prophet he seeks, and I should point out that she loves to roam the beach. What's the purpose behind that? That is to say, heat-seeking miss will make a great impact as his missus. Now, despite her implied greatness, I didn't spend a great deal of time on her. Yeah, that's his job. His actions speak louder than my words, and if you get the picture, well, you understand what that's worth. So, even if I didn't explicitly explain a woman's worth, at least your key summary should be that it sounds like God had him here for a reason, so a sigh renders at the thought of calling her a siren, because I don't know that this peril caused peril. Now, to wrap this up, she doesn't know any of this because this poem is the only expression of how he feels. Now, in this poem, there was a lot of references, and I explained a few, but not only did I not put a face to the name, I didn't put her name on the agenda. I'm saying she is not pronounced. So, if I were to name this, I have an attachment to Secret Lover. And sure, it probably could have had a stronger ending, but that's his story to tell. And tonight, I hope you enjoyed the stories that I told.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. My name is Alonatic. That's A-L-O.